This is something we already know, that sexual minorities have worse health indicators. They tend to smoke more, drink more, and have more disordered weight behaviors like binge eating, anorexia, or bulimia. Experts who study these types of things postulate that it is a result of the minority stress theory, basically saying that the stigma associated with being a sexual minority includes a lot of stress, and that stress can lead you to lean on certain things that are not the best for your health: smoking, drinking, and binge eating. This is interesting, but how does your mom play into all this?
Yo, mama?
Yes, my mama.
Love you, mama. Love you too, son. Mwah.
Research published this month in November of 2020 in the Journal of LGBT Health looked at and investigated how your mom's comfort level with LGBT people impacted your smoking, drinking, and eating habits into adulthood. I find this study so fascinating. Obviously, your mom is a very pivotal person in your life. She serves to steer you right from wrong and nurture you. But just how much can one person influence your decisions throughout your life? This research study had about 7,400 people in it, with the average age of 27. And what they did is they compared heterosexual individuals with those identifying as LGB and looked at their behaviors around smoking, binge drinking, and, quote, disordered weight control behaviors, things like anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, stuff like that. And they compared the groups. They then also compared how their mom's comfort level with LGB individuals influenced those types of behaviors into adulthood. This group of people that was studied is called the Growing Up Today study. Growing up in 2020. Oh my gosh. It's hard to grow up in 2020. It's a real challenge. First off, the results show that overall, LGB individuals smoke more, drink more, and have more weight control behaviors that are disordered than heterosexual individuals. It's just how it goes. This doesn't surprise me. I've seen countless studies that show that, yep, we tend to drink more, we tend to smoke more. Seems to be a common theme within our culture. Now, the real interesting part of this study is that for sexual minority women whose moms were not comfortable with lesbian, gay, or bisexual people, they ended up having super high rates, statistically significant higher rates of smoking, binge drinking, and disordered weight control behaviors when you compare heterosexual women and their mom's discomfort with LGBT people. Basically saying, if your mom was uncomfortable with LGBT people and you are a sexual minority, there is a very high chance that you will smoke, binge drink, or have problems with your body image and sort of weight behaviors around your body. Interestingly, for sexual minority men whose moms were uncomfortable with lesbian, gay, or bisexual people, only binge drinking was statistically significantly higher for those individuals. And it's not clear why only binge drinking was significantly higher, and the researchers say that there are more studies that need to be done. So to sum that up, if you are lesbian, you are gay, you are bisexual, and your mom is uncomfortable with your sexual orientation, there is a much higher risk that you go on to develop these poor coping mechanisms for the stress and the stigma surrounding your sexual minority status, where you may lean on cigarettes, you may lean on binge drinking, or you may not have the best body image. And this is so unfortunate. This is really unfortunate. And what I glean from these studies is that parents have a huge responsibility for the children. I think we understand that parents have a huge impact on the way that their children turn out and grow up into adulthood. And the coming out process is such a stressful and overwhelming experience that I can see how if your mom is uncomfortable with it, it may lead you into these really, unfortunately, unhealthy coping strategies. Something I'd like to see is how the father's role plays into this and any other parts of the family. And I'd also like to see transgender individuals incorporated. When I say LGB, it was only lesbian, gay, or bisexual individuals in this Growing Up Today study. So seeing some research and some representation for our transgender community would be awesome. Now, there was 29 individuals who identified as transgender, but the researchers decided not to include them because they felt that it was not enough to power the study correctly. What does this mean? Parents have a huge responsibility to their children. Kids need to feel supported. They need to feel loved. An absence of that can lead you into these poor life decisions. So parents, you have one job when it comes to your kid.
Love them unconditionally.
That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one.